Yokoso and welcome to Late Night in Japan. We're Seth, Mike, and Tate, three Japanese guys with rich overseas experiences, here to bring you fun, unfiltered conversations about life in Japan. In this podcast, we dive into the stories that make life here so unique, from culture shocks to hidden gems and everything in between. We're here to share the side of Japan you won't find in guidebooks. If you're curious about Japanese culture and want to laugh, learn, and maybe be surprised along the way, you're in the right place, so let's get right into it. So, today we will be talking about the best ramen chain in Japan from the perspective of Japanese locals. And I'm going to say it's probably going to be opinion-based, but we hope to give you some insight when you're trying to decide where to go for ramen. And I do have a ranking list that asked 6,387 Japanese people which ramen chain they like the most. So I'm going to share it at the end. But before we do that, I want to ask you guys' opinion. So, Tate, you want to start us off?
All right. I think I have to start with the ramen formula before I start talking about my recommendation.
Ramen formula?
Yeah.
Okay.
So any ramen has three components: the noodle, the soup, and the toppings. And out of these three, the most I personally think the most dominant component is the soup. So the soup determines what kind of path the ramen bowl will go.
That's true.
So regarding that, before I start talking, ramen is not ramen without the noodles, right? So what's important in ramen is how the soup how the noodle picks up the soup's flavor, right?
So they both complement each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So regarding that, my recommendation will be Machida Shoten.
Ooh.
Machida Shoten. I've never heard of it.
Really?
Yeah. So Machida Shoten is famous Ieke ramen chain store. And I chose Machida Shoten because Ieke in general, I think Ieke soup is the most typical form of ramen, but yet I think it's difficult to recreate that flavor and the noodle by instant noodles. And out of all Ieke shops, I think Machida Shoten is the most renowned one. So for all those tourists coming to Japan, like if you want to experience the ramen culture in Japan, I feel like Machida Shoten is a good starter. Yeah, so that's why I recommend Machida Shoten.
Yeah, just to kind of add on to that, I feel like out of all the Ieke ramen shops, I feel like Machida Shoten is the most accessible. Like they're really all across Japan, so there's a high chance that you'll come across some Machida Shoten.
Yeah.
I even went to Machida Shoten in Yamagata. Which is like,
Wow.
It's super rural area, countryside, but they had a Machida Shoten. So
I don't know how.
I think there's one in Kyoto, near Yamashina. Around Yamashina, I think.
a lot of the times it's something Shoten. Like, for example, there's one in Osaka right next to the Menkyojo where you renew your license in Kadoma. So that one's called Kadoma Shoten, but it's the same thing.
Oh, so it's like the location name and then Shoten afterwards.
Exactly.
Oh, that might be a little bit hard to find.
But if you like type into Google Machida Shoten near me, like it'll give you a list.
Yeah.
So.
I see. Well, mine, I'm going to keep it very short and concise, but mine is Tenkaippin.
Oh.
And it's actually the first ramen I ate in Japan after coming back from the US. And I have been super pride
I remember
because of how good it was.
Memories, man.
Yeah.
I remember that.
There's one like next to our high school, right?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
No longer exists, but
It no longer exists?
yeah, it got closed.
Oh, damn.
But no, they have like a variety of ramen at Tenkaippin, but I just recommend the kotteri tonkotsu ramen. Pair it up with some gyoza or like karaage fried chicken, and you're gonna be fulfilled. Just imagining this makes me hungry right now.
I think you have to like mention their distinctive kotteri soup. They're like mud-like kotteri soup. Like that's what makes Tenkaippin famous.
Yeah, it's really rich and like thick. I would say creamy is like those three words I would use to describe kotteri, right?
Oh yeah, creamy, not mud-like, creamy.
It's heavy, right? Like
Yeah, it's heavy.
Uh,
So imagine pho, Vietnamese pho. It's the opposite of that. Pho is very light. Pho is very light and, you know, what we would call assari. But kotteri is the exact opposite.
yeah, I'm not gonna say it's really healthy, but it's tasty. It's a trade-off.
Yeah, we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Right, Mike, do you wanna go on?
Sure. So actually, I was gonna say Tenkaippin, but since you mentioned it, I'm gonna have to switch and go to Ichiran, which I feel like Ichiran is probably like the most popular amongst foreigners. I feel like it's a tonkotsu type ramen. So they make their broth from pork bones, and yeah, what I like about Ichiran is you can customize it. You can customize like how thick you want your broth, how salty you want it. So you can customize it to your liking. So I feel like that's something other ramen shops, I wouldn't say lack, but compared to other ramen shops, you can customize your ramen more to what you like. So I feel like that's if you're into tonkotsu ramen, you should definitely give it a try.
I wasn't expecting Mike to say Ichiran. I mean, because we've dissed Ichiran so many times in
Yeah.
other episodes. So
I mean,
listen to our previous episode.
there definitely are better options like local ramen shops, but strictly if we're just talking about chain restaurants, then Ichiran's solid. So I'll have to give credit where credit's due. So
Right. So yeah, these are our personal opinions, but I also want to share this survey that was done that asked 6,300 Japanese people which ramen chain they like the most, and at first place it was Tenkaippin.
ooh, sasuga desu.
I formed my own opinion before finding this survey. Just wanted to say that before. But second place it was Sugakiya.
Sugakiya.
how?
I don't even know Sugakiya.
It's a relatively like cheap ramen shop. I've never had it. I don't know. But third place Ichiran, as Mike mentioned, right? And then Machida Shoten came in ninth.
Ooh.
Oh, so they still cracked the top 10.
But Sugakiya is in second place.
Yeah.
Sugakiya, that was unexpected.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
Okay, where's Zundoya? I'm just curious.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll try to find. Zundoya, okay, came in 26.
Damn, 26. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know there's that many even chain restaurants to begin with, chain ramen shops. What about Lai Lai Te?
That's a good one. Rairaite came in 16th.
Oh,
What about
really?
Ippudo? How about Ippudo?
Oh,
5th place.
Fifth.
okay.
What's in fourth?
I don't know how to read the kanji.
Just
Yoza
describe the kanji to us.
Yeah, this would be good.
Yorokobu, oi, kata.
Kitakata ramen?
Ah, yeah, that.
Kitakata.
Isn't like Kitakata isn't that like a type of ramen, not like a ramen store? I thought Kitakata ramen was a like a local dish.
Well, the full name is Kitakata Ramen Sakauchi.
All right, never mind. ごめんなさい.
But I never had it either. So I need. Also, one last thing I do want to mention is that most of the ramen shops that we've mentioned, have collaborations with convenience stores. So they have some cup noodles that have similar taste, that have resemblance taste of the ramen chain stores. It's not the same. The ramen chain store, going to the ramen chain store and eating the ramen is much better, but it's a fairly cost-efficient option and a pretty good way to explore Japanese ramen. So you might as well give that a try as well. So thank you for watching. Please comment your favorite ramen chain as well, and hopefully we'll see you in the next episode. Sayonara.
Adios.
Sayonara.